Ashley Skiles. I am the director of the Achieving Excellence Academy, the AEA, which I like to say is my heart work. This started as a passion project coming out of the African American Equity Task Force, right, for the district. It started as this seed, this idea. Once I joined the Culture, Equity, and Leadership team as a program manager, it was gifted to me, right? The seed was gifted to me. And I was able to take some love and creativity and passion and come together with others to develop this now robust year 2 program called the Achieving Excellence Academy, the AEA. So I like to say that it's a program that culminates in the summer because we really want to make sure we stay connected to our students throughout the academic school year.
I think in the AEA program, the students are a little bit more open in expressing their feelings and emotions. I think part of the reason is because during the first week of the AEA program, we make it our mission to make sure we create quality relationships via icebreakers, games, personal conversations with the students. So because we make relationships a priority that first week, I think it gives students the courage and comfortability to be open and honest with us, and this is why I think we have great and positive relationships with the students.
We are the Phoenix Fusions. We're about inclusion, execution, evolution, revolution, and solutions. We are the Phoenix Fusions.
It's very different, you know, a day shorter, but it feels like you can have a closer relationship with somebody even though you've known them for a less time than you know people that you see at school.
Kids are very comfortable with us teachers, and as are we, because it's just the whole setup of the program is very different. We are unschooling the children, which means we are not focused on academics, although we do bring some aspects of it, but our program is really geared towards helping the kids discover their identities and how they fit in the larger society. Not to mention that racially, our kids look like us and we look like them, and that just creates a whole extra level of comfort.
I see a lot more people that look like me rather than people who don't look like me, have the same interests as me, and it's very comforting to know that there's a place like that.
Part of the program is being in our affinity groups. So in my group, we are with our Latinx students. And so it was cool to see kids from like all over the place. I'm Mexican, but we have kids from Colombia, we have Puerto Rico, we have Guatemala, and like all different kinds of Latin countries represented, as well as like seeing the diversity within our Latino community, coming from like the lightest Latinos to like the darkest. We have a really wide range, and I just was able to take a lot of pride in being Latina and like just embracing all the cultures of our community. Yes, I'm Mexican, but like I'm like through my life experiences and education and just exposure to other Latinos from other countries, I've been able to like love all the different Latino cultures, and I think it's a part of me now.
I have started to realize my own identity through the factor of my history and my ancestors, seeing how there's so much that is hidden from a normal day society and or normal schooling that we don't ever get taught.
Aside from our affinity group, in our homerooms we have our kids from the other cultures and races that are represented as well. So like our Black and African American kids go to their affinity groups, and then we have the AAPI kids that go to their affinity group. And then when we come together in homeroom, then we discuss what we learned about our own cultures and identities, and then we see it from a bigger picture. So that's been also very empowering to see how the kids are learning more about themselves, but also about others when we come together in homeroom.
I think AEA has opened my mind to different experiences of others, because I think when we went on a field trip to Lincoln Hills, it really demonstrated how a lot of different people also suffer the same things we do, and so it really helped open my mind to understand other people's struggles.
What I mention is some of the field trips we went on. During the school year, I taught about the Harlem Renaissance, which took place in New York. When I went on a trip in 5 Points in Denver, what I realized was the Harlem Renaissance was happening also in the West, which was in the 5 Points area. The history there, even though I didn't grow up here in Denver, the history there reminded me that we contribute to this society on several levels, and we've always contributed to this society. The field trip into Lincoln Hills also reminded me of how we also pursued land and how we also had to have different venues to interact with each other, because you know that a lot of African Americans were not allowed to sleep in Denver, so they had to travel out to Lincoln Hills to get that fellowship and relaxation with their colleagues and peers.
I like to say that we're all always on this like continual journey, right? We're all on this journey of self-discovery, leaning into sometimes discomfort, leaning into some scars and some trauma in order to heal from those scars and that trauma. So I really feel like we can all kind of share that experience, right, of being in different places in our journey. But coming together here in community to be able to explore that within ourselves and with other individuals as well. Yeah.
We actually just finished a zine. It's just an art piece to show about you. I'm working with a partner and we're showing how our culture was kind of stripped away from us. For her it was from COVID, for me it was because I am adopted. So it's just that being stripped of culture by not having the people who were supposed to teach you.
When I came in, I was really excited to meet the kids, and I didn't come in as, look, I'm going to teach them this, because this is a program where kids are exploring their own identities, and in doing that and facilitating those discussions with them, I also learned about my identity, and I learned about each one of them. So that was really powerful. I'm really excited about the relationships that the kids and I were able to form, not only in our homeroom, but also in our affinity groups, and also when we went to field trips. I got to know kids, and I was very intentional to reach out to kids that I didn't know, and as well as staff, because this is just such an important program. You never see anything like this anywhere else, so I was just so happy to be a part of it.
At the start of AEA, I didn't consider myself like super culturally in tune. Like at Northfield, it's like a very like white-based community, so like the culture aspect of things is like toned down a little bit. But I got to AEA. I learned more about my culture, about other people's culture, and now it just like, in a sense, it made me woke.
Those young leaders, I wish all the parents can see them through my eyes because they are so amazing.
I always like to lead with compassion and gratitude as well, right? And so just the utmost absolute gratitude for all of the humans that we've been able to come together with, to partner with, to learn from, that I've been able to learn from as well. Just so much respect, gratitude, love for all of the people that make this happen, right? This is not a one-person project. It really does take a village for all the coordination of all the things, right? All the components, the different components that go into the AEA. So just mad gratitude, and I can't wait to do it again next summer.